And World Vision was probably unique in this area. They just entered Nepal, and when I got to Nepal, I discovered that it had more aid agencies per head of population than any other country in the world. And it seemed to me putting in another aid agency was a bit superfluous, and maybe they had conduct a different role. And in my research, in my first 3 days, I went to all the aid agencies, which were practically empty except for a couple of locals, and they said, here's our files. And I'd open it up and it would be sanitation. Open it up and go, sanitation ward 9 Begness, sanitation ward 10 Begness, 11, and I'd check them all out. Go to the next aid agency, open up sanitation ward 9, 10, 11. 20 aid agencies later, all of them had everything exactly the same. Basically 20 duplications. Sanitation, engineering, poverty report, chemicals in food, boom, boom, boom. Hundreds of different things, but all repeated 20 times over. And it seemed to me that it was a waste of time for these guys to go out and do the same thing again, which was right in the middle of doing sanitation reports, Ward 9, Begness. So I called a meeting. I asked if we could coordinate the aid agencies, and we got a representative from each one, all locals, there were no internationals there. And I proposed that World Vision simply act as a library. Instead of trying to compete with each other, they'll just collate the information, and instead of being the aid agency that uses it, they will distribute it as people need it, so that they have no vested interest in hiding it from the other aid. Like, that's our information, or that's our area. And that sounds really strange for me to say that, but aid agencies actually do that. We've done 200 wells in this area. This is our town. Because they want to document it all and then report it and get their funds, and they really don't like other aid agencies around. They hardly ever cooperate. Anyway, at the end of the proposal, everyone stood up and applauded, which was really lovely. It was just out of the sheer frustration of, what an obvious idea. And so, anyway, World Vision took that on as a role and started taking on the coordination role. The one aid agency I couldn't get to turn up to that meeting.
I've walked a million miles, but I'm still on my way.